What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. Happy 4th of July to everyone who's celebrating, and we got a little special for today. So, as you can see, we are not on Need for Speed World. We are on good old NASCAR, and this is NASCAR 2005. Now, I've never actually played NASCAR 2005, and I gotta say, it's really different. I'm running this on the Dolphin emulator, using the GameCube side of things, and this game is really hard to play on a keyboard, and it's honestly not much different than playing any racing game that requires any sort of simulation. I feel like it's just super hard to steer, and it doesn't help the fact that the game cuts its frames in half when I'm recording. So a little background. Why am I playing this game? Honestly, I just had a weird itch to play NASCAR. Thing is, I don't have a powerful computer, so I can't run PS2 emulator, unfortunately. So I was kind of stuck with GameCube games. So I could have had a choice of this or Thunder 2003, but I was more interested in this game. And with my history in NASCAR, so I used to play the games a lot when I was little, so I had Thunder 2004 and NASCAR 06 on PS2. So this is the first time I'm playing a NASCAR game, and looks like I didn't qualify last, which is nice. Oh yeah, by the way guys, I suck at this game. I'm absolutely horrible, so if you're looking for good racing, no, it's gonna be chaotic. For what you're going to be seeing today, it's going to be absolutely chaotic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my car is super slow. I just gotta block everyone, and I haven't played a game like this in such a long time. A game that requires strategy. You gotta watch your tires and your fuel and all that stuff. This is like a simcade game. So yeah, I have not played any sort of game like this in a long time. And trying to steer these cars, it's so difficult, and oh man, I'm just wrecking everyone. As you can see, I have a lot of rivals, and they're gonna come for me. They are gonna come for me, and you're gonna see that. But with my history of NASCAR, so like I said, I haven't played a NASCAR game in over a decade. So I have NASCAR Thunder 2004 and NASCAR 06 on PS2, and that was pretty much my whole childhood. I used to play those games non-stop. Funny thing is, I never played career mode. I just did season mode and played with a bunch of drivers and stuff because I was never good at career mode, and that's still true today. And also, NASCAR Thunder 2004 was the first ever racing game I ever played in my life. I think I was probably 4 or 5 when I played NASCAR Thunder 2004. That's the first ever racing game I had, and back then I only had Sly Cooper and NASCAR. So because of the fact I love racing games, and oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh no, come on. Oh, nice. Nice job. So yeah, I never was good at Sly Cooper as well, and because of the fact I love racing, and yeah, let's just try to cause a caution because I am way too far behind those dudes. So Sly Cooper was way too hard for me, and I wasn't interested in it at the time because I just loved racing games. So NASCAR, that was pretty much my go-to game. And nice, we caused a caution so I can catch up with the pack, and just gaming the system, So there's a lot of history with me playing this game. Now, in terms of following NASCAR in real life, I never followed NASCAR in real life. I see clips here and there, and I was watching clips of NASCAR recently, and it doesn't really look that interesting. And I know the stereotype with NASCAR is what is going on over here? One thing I like about games during this era is that they were so wacky. Just random stuff like this just happens. And also in terms of this era of games, that charm that they all had, that can never be replicated. And it's not even just like a nostalgia thing. It's just like, I think it's pretty much because of the fact that this was a time when, DLC was just starting to become a thing, like mainstream, and online wasn't like, not everyone had online, so it was just like, they tried. Although this was actually the first game that caused the downfall of NASCAR video games. So, NASCAR Thunder 2004, like, for example, one thing I noticed is that the presentation of the game is so much better. Like, there's actually commentary. There's like a race presentation of like, the pace car and the national anthem and all that stuff. This game is like, they have a generic dude, and then you're just plopped into race, as you saw. So this was like the downfall of NASCAR games. But compared to like games nowadays, this is still like miles ahead, which is pretty sad. But yeah, the charm of these era games, like pretty much most majority of games, like you can never replicate that. Yeah, it's a little background with me and NASCAR. But yeah, like I said, I don't watch NASCAR at all. I honestly find new NASCAR kind of boring and not exciting. And I gotta say, it's probably because of the fact that it's not really like the same NASCAR as it was before, I feel like. Although I didn't watch too much of NASCAR when I was younger because I didn't have like the proper like TV networks to watch it. But whenever I did, I had a good time. And also all the drivers, like I know, like a lot of the drivers in this game, what is that dude doing? That wasn't even my fault. What? That was not even my fault. I don't even know what that dude was trying to do. You gotta love that when, the AI just tries ramming you like a twug. But yeah, so what I was saying, this, like a lot of drivers in this game are like retired. They're literally probably doing broadcasting or something like that. So along with the not being able to relate, because of the fact that I played games and seeing them, on television, and I feel like the few times I watched NASCAR, it just wasn't that exciting to me compared to if I watched some of the older races. I think they were just way better. And now I just gotta fend off that dude. Yeah, get out of there, son. Get out of there. I gotta catch up with the rest of the pack, but my car is so twitchy. A good old truck. Now there's a texture pack I think you can get, in which you can, for example, all these trucks, they're unlicensed in the OG game, but there's actually I think there's a texture pack that can give you like the Toyota Tundra, the Ford F-150, and Dodge Ram. So like all the licensed trucks and stuff. But oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Was that from one tap? Dang, I'm surprised this car didn't blow up. Yeah, just cause a caution. Just do that. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is not good racing. Like I said, it's going to be very chaotic. So yeah, there's a texture pack that like gives you like, even like updated paint schemes. So like, for example, all these like triple digit numbers are like fake drivers. And they like replace them with like actual like proper truck liveries, but I don't think my computer can handle it because my computer is barely handling this right now. And as you can see right here, there's like a rivals and allies system in this game. Dang, low on fuel. There's a rivals and allies system in this game, so if you're rivals with someone, as you saw in the race, they'll try to ram you, block you, and stuff like that, and they'll be mad aggressive. And it makes the race really hard to finish, as you can see. But with allies, they're a lot more cooperative, and they'll actually move out of the way for you and stuff. But the cool thing about this game is that it has two features, as you can see, Intimidator on the bottom right, and there's also a shared draft. And the game's career has a status, so it's like you can either be a hero or a villain, and that's like determined by a bar. So because of the fact that I'm getting into all these crashes and the AI has like no awareness for me, and because of the fact that I'm crashing into them because I have no awareness at all, I'm just a villain, so it's like super hard for me to get an actual share draft. Therefore, I can't make any allies. And I gotta say, in this game, nice, finished last place, good job. At least we finished the race. This is actually the first race I finished in the truck series. Ay, ay, ay. But in this game, it's very hard to make allies. From what I noticed, it's so easy to be a villain, but it's very hard to make friends. So we got the next race, and we are doing Featherlight series. And this is just this is actually the starting series that you start off with when beginning career mode. Now I got pretty good at it. Not pretty good, just barely enough to get a contract for the truck series, which was the race I did before to move up. And there's 2 other series, so there's like a national series, which is like the Busch series. So that's like the second tier NASCAR, and then the ones y'all think of like when you think of NASCAR. If you don't watch NASCAR, like the Cup series, that's the top level. That I honestly, I don't think I'll ever reach at this rate, because I've been on this career mode for I think 3 years. Like this is like my 3rd season, I'm pretty sure. And I just got into the truck series, and that's pretty telling of how bad I was. 18th, that was horrible. It really sucks because in the point standings of this series, I was actually in 4th place, but ever since I tried to record and stuff like that, yeah, I think I dropped down to like 10th or something. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, why did the AI do that to me? That person wasn't even my rival, and now I'm just stuck in the back. Like, I don't understand that. Like, this game is actually hard. I mean, I do have it on the highest difficulty, but like not only it's because of the fact that I'm bad, but it's like the AI is not making anything easier. And I noticed in the Featherlight series, and I noticed that in general with this game, like short tracks like this, it's so hard to make space. And it doesn't help the fact that I'm playing on keyboard. I feel like with a controller this would be so much easier. And it is a lot easier, because when I played NASCAR 06, which is essentially this game but kind of reskinned, I did not have this much difficulty, like going through everyone. I played in higher difficulties as well. Like, I did not have this much trouble driving the car, getting around traffic in like the shortest of tracks. And this is kind of what ends up happening. The AI messes you up. You're in like cat and mouse mode, and the tires start wearing out, so it just gets harder and harder to control this thing. And I gotta keep a good line, but I'm not even that fast because I don't have no throttle response or anything like that. So that sucks. That really sucks. And yeah, we're kind of just stuck like this. And that's basically been my playthrough so far, but I've been enjoying it. I've been actually enjoying this game. I don't know if I'll make any more recordings of this. I might try out some other games, probably easier games to emulate. I actually do have Gran Turismo 2 installed. I've never played Gran Turismo in my life, so that'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes. But this is majority of my races. Majority of my races, I'm in the back like this because someone messes me up. And then eventually I'll get like 15th or 16th because at the end, because of the fact I'm driving so fast compared to the back of the pack, I'll be able to, make some overtakes. Overtaking is like super hard. Like, as you saw, like in both these races, like it's not easy to overtake someone. And especially when you have rivals who are trying to ram you off the road. Yeah, this is near impossible for me. But I am getting a little bit better time by time. I've only played this game for like 2 days, so I am pretty inexperienced. And 15 laps in, and I'm not even in any position to attack. I'm getting closer to it, as you can see, but it's just just not that great. And we're on the 16th lap, and I messed that up. See, that was tire wear right there. I'm trying to push the car as hard as I can, but I have no chance whatsoever, which really sucks. I'm getting closer and closer. White flag. I definitely could have made a move potentially like last lap or last 2 laps, but I messed it up. Just really just trying so hard. Like, now I'm in position. My tires are worn out. So guess what? I can't turn in fast at all because my car is literally about to spin out. And that's pretty much the race. So thank you so much for watching, y'all. Let me know what you think of this game, if I should play any other games. Oh yeah, there's these little cutscenes. Yeah, the dude gets mad. And sometimes you get into driver fights, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, y'all. Peace.